button. Fine. So you can see this 3 has some shortcuts, and with the mouse wheel command, it is very simple to use. Now, now we are talking about these 3 views. Okay, so you know that this is the wheel command. Just shift and press mouse middle button, middle key. That is wheel command, and just roll it. So it is the wheel command that are operated here. But when you go to the first floor, 2D plan. In the 2D plan, there is little bit different. Like if you want to zoom in, zoom out, the same command, you have to just scroll the wheel. It's zoom in and zoom out. When you go to the pen command, just press the wheel button and you can pen it. Okay? But when you use that orbit command, when you use that shift key plus wheel button, so it will just pen. But there is not an orbital movement because this is a 2D view. The orbit command that is always used in 3D view only. Fine. So this is the only difference that in both of the commands that you see here. Okay. One more time. One more thing. You can see here in the right corner. This is a navigation bar option. This one is a navigation bar option. Okay. When you go, this is a zoom command. You can see this is a zoom command. Okay, because this is a sign. When you go there, there is a notification also zoom in vision, that is shown zoom in vision command. Fine. So how can we use this zoom command here also? Just like this, I want to see this door. If suppose the drawing is very small, I want to use this door. Just make a small rectangle box or a square box in this, and you can zoom in. Fine. If you want to zoom out, so there is just below this there is one more command, that is zoom out. Just click it, zoom out. Let me zoom out. But that just zoom a little bit. If you want the regain the that shape that is already happened in your model, so you have to do one thing. Just go for this minus sign and click it. So this is one more time. This will regain. Or you want more zoom out, so you can just click it to the original position that you zoom in, that will come after clicking all of the options. Fine. This is zoom in and zoom out command. Okay, zoom in reason I told you that I explained you already. Zoom out that I already explained you. Zoom to fit. When you go zoom to fit, so what happened that this is the elevation bar that comes outside this, and the whole model, whole 2D plan or a model are inside this elevation bar. Fine. So we talk about this 3. Now we are talking about zoom all to fit. What is zoom all to fit? Okay. So for this, I have to go just, you have to do one thing. Just go to the 3D view. Okay. And press WT. Then you press WT, you can see the 3D model as well as 2D model that are shown here. Fine. When you press W plus T, okay? This is very important. Okay. So when you go for the zoom to fit command, okay? When you go to zoom to fit command, or you can press ZA. So you can see that. But you need to press ZA, both the models that are means zoom properly, they zoom properly, and you are visible to doing this. Okay, if you have 3 to 4 tab open here, you just press ZA. Okay, so I want to describe one more thing here. Okay, we'll talk about this 4 right now. Zoom in, listen, zoom out, zoom fit, zoom out. Okay, so how this command is used and what are their shortcuts? Fine. Okay, so here zoom in region, you have to press ZR. That is Z, zoom and region. That is shortcut is made related to a little bit. So I'll explain you, so it will be really helpful for you. Zoom in region, you press ZR. Zoom out, you have to press ZO. Zoom to fit, you have to press ZF. Zoom all to fit, you have to press ZA. Fine. So this is very simple when you use the shortcuts, and it will be really helpful for you to create a model in a very little bit of time. Fine. Okay. Let's proceed right now. Okay. So next is zoom sheet size. What is the use of zoom sheet size? In the zoom sheet command, what you have to do, it's here you can go for the zoom sheet or you can press ZS. Fine. When you press ZS, oh, when you press ZS, so the sheet will show you how it's look when we print this sheet. So how it's look, the whole thing that it will be shown here. Okay. When you go there, press ZS, so you can see how it's look. It's pretty visible here. Fine. And we can easily we can easily uh, take a print this sheet, or we are visible for this. So this is very important when you are going to present any sheets to the contractor or the client. So it is very important to check the zoom scale or a zoom sheet scale. So that is very important. So I explain you all about this. Okay, previous time zoom that I explained, and I explained all this, and the zoom, pan, and orbit. These three I explained here. I hope you guys are understand very well. And thanks for watching this. Hello everyone. In this lecture, we are talking about select object. Before you are able to act successfully making manipulations to the Revit model, you really have to master in selection process. And in this And this is not only in Revit. In any graphical command selection is a key to have to master. In this, lots of ways to selections object in Revit model. Now the first, the method of selecting actually right on the nothing is happening in your Revit project. You don't go any command, you just see the selection object without going to any command. And you look down at the lower left, you can see there at the lower left it's a screen. Click on that. Click to select. Tab for alternates, control adds, and shift unselects. Okay, these are the information that are given. What it's mean, how can it's used, I'll explain in this lecture right now. This is on level 1, level 0, 2D plan. Fine. In this floor plan, I'll select the object. Okay, the first one, if you click any of the object, whenever you go to this model, you can see if you click any of the object, okay, it's highlights. Okay, it's highlights. When you go to the another comma, it's also highlights. Whatever object you go, it's highlights that portion. Fine. If you go to the stairs, it's highlights. If you go to the wall, this is highlights the wall. If there is a one window, so this will written there windows and it highlights the window also. Go to the any of the object, whenever you go, it highlights. Okay, with the property that is planting, it's a planting, trees, small, whatever that is, it highlights the object. Okay. If you want to select a wall, suppose if you want to select a wall, so you just go there and this gets highlight and just click left click of the mouse. Fine. Okay. Then you go to the another wall. This is another wall. If you want to select it, just go and click it. Okay. Now I see that the selections of first wall is deselect when you go to the second wall. Okay. So in that, whenever you select one wall, one object, and you go to the another object, so it will deselect your previous object. So how deselect all these walls at one period of time? Okay, so you have to do one thing. In this Revit, control is used for the L option. Fine, when you press control, you can see the plus sign comes in your cursor with your cursor, and you can see whenever you go to the another wall, it highlights. Okay, so select, just click left click here. Both of the walls are selected. You can zoom it and you can see that. Right? If you want to select one more wall, you go there and select one more wall. If you want to select one more wall, whatever you select, just press Ctrl and left click of the mouse. This is the first way of selections. Okay? If you want to deselect anything, suppose I select this window first. Fine, okay. So I select this door also. Fine. If I don't want this door right now, so I want to deselect it. So how I deselect this door? Just press the shift key. When you press the shift key, the minus sign shown in your cursor, and you go there and you can click it by clicking. This is deselect. For selecting, you can use this. For deselect, suppose I don't want to select this wall, so I just press shift key and then click it. Just click it whenever you are not use of these selections. Right? This is a selections or the subtract selections according to you. Fine. I said you right now. I underline again. For the add more selections, you have to use the control key. Okay, this is the control key. You can see in cursor. Yeah, this is the control key, and this is plus sign. So when I press control, and the second that is shift key, and you press shift key, it's minus sign open on your screen. Fine. Okay. Now when we click to the empty space, okay, so all the walls are deselect. If you don't want to select this wall, so if by mistake this wall are selected, so you can go and click to the open space, so it will deselect only on the another option, that is if you want to go to the modify tab and click it, then also it will deselect. Okay, so I'll just go here and deselect it. Again, I will just select one wall. Okay, this wall and this wall. Okay, I want to deselect this both wall, so I will go and click modify. Fine. These are the two ways to deselect walls or deselect any items that you selected. Fine. Now we are going to know the another way of selecting object. Okay, when you go to any of these walls or any of the object, you can see that it's highlights first. Fine. Whenever you go, when mouse face on the object, it's highlights. Let's see. Yeah, you can see that in every object, whenever you go, it's highlights. After that, what you have to do, just go here. And this is the door command. You can see it's highlighted the door. If you want to select the wall, but by chance when you go here, it's door. Okay. So what you have to do? Press tab key. When you press tab key, the walls are selected. The walls are highlighted. If you press now, the walls are selected. Fine. So this is the best method to use this. Suppose if you go to the here in the stairs, I don't want to select the stairs, so I press tab key. So you can see this wall are selected. Fine. This walls are selected. If you go there, select here and press tab key, the whole walls are selected. Okay, so tab is very important. One more thing, we are always at a beginner, we are always doing the mistakes that we press tab 2 times. Fine. When you press 2 times, it will go to the wrong selections. So you have to very careful about that. Whenever you go, the first option is highlight. Suppose this is the wall. If you want to select this wall, highlight, fine, highlight. If this is the window and this is what highlighted, then you just left click if you want to select one wall. If you want the change selection, just click the tab key. Tab, you can see tab key and then click. Okay? This is the selection process. We'll do it one more time. How the change selection is important. Okay. I will show you how if you go to the another object, if the wrong object is highlighted, you can select tab. So you can go to the right object. Okay. If the wrong object is highlighted, just Just notice what I'm saying. It's very important. Okay. Now, what we'll do right now, how can we go for the chain selection? Suppose everyone they want the exterior wall of this model. So every time we select this and there's control, then this, it take a time. Fine. I want the chain selections. So how we can go for the chain selection immediately? So what you have to do is very simple. Just go. If I want this exterior wall, I just go to the face of this wall. Fine, and it's highlight. The first step is highlight. It's highlight. Okay. Then I press the tab key. You can see that whole exterior wall will shown here. If you don't go anywhere with this cursor, okay. If you go outside, so it will deselect. Okay. Just go here. Click just one time tab. Fine. It will select all the exterior wall that are shading right now. Fine. And then you can click it. Fine. So this is the um, one more option to select your object, and this is very powerful. In Revit, the most of time it is very useful for all the professionals because it's make your work very easy in a very quick interval of time. Okay. One more thing. One more thing we have noticed here. Suppose we have in this exterior this walls are not selected. So what if you want to deflect the path? Suppose if you go here for selecting this wall. Suppose here you can see this mistakes that I explained previous time. That if you go there, this you can see that this items are selected. That are kitchens items that are selected. So you have to just go and press tab. You can see now the walls are selected. Okay. Then walls are selected. Okay. So I'm here. This is the wall. Okay. Now we can see that if I highlighted this, there are only this portion are this are highlighted. I want to select all these walls that are shading right now. I want to select this chain. So you just go there, press a tab key one time. Okay, you can see that the highlighted items, these are the highlighted items. You can see these are the highlighted chain are selecting in just one tab key. Okay, I said you know don't move the cursor key. I have to explain this why you move all the time the cursor key are not at the same place. Suppose I go to this wall and press tab one time only. Okay, the chains are formed and then I click. So you can see this chain is selected right now. You can see that. Fine. So this is for the chain selection. If you go here, I will show you in the garage also. Just highlighted. First option is highlighted. Second is tab. Okay. And third, that is you can click it. So you can see these are all selected with a chain. So this option is very important. This is very important. Okay. So you have to just take care and be practiced more of times so that you are mastering this. In every software, I told you already, if you want to be a professional, if you want to be learn a software, so the selection process plays a very major role in this. So you have to be master in this and just practice as much as possible for you. Okay. Now we are talking about more selection process. Be careful. I told you about that several tabs several times make you wrong selections. Okay. So when you press tab, it's only one time. Fine. Okay. So now we are talking about one more selection process that is window in crossing selection. Window in crossing selection means when you go to the empty space first, when you click left click of the mouse, click your mouse and go to the right side. So you can see solid line are created. Fine. When you go to the left side of the screen and drag it, so it's dash line are found. So these are the two ways of selecting objects. So what are the option here? We have to use these selections. Okay. So this is like if you select this bedroom closet. Okay. So just click it and select the solid ways. So this selection is only happen when you totally cover all the parameters of this bedroom closet. So you can see these are select. If these doors are not selected, because when I select this, there is only half door are covered. You have to cover all this for the select. Okay. If I cover all of this door also, so it will select door and this bedroom closet. Okay. This is the one of the option. You have to just select anywhere what you want. Just select it. Just I want to select this door, so I cover it all and select. So these are the only doors are selected. Okay, the only one door are selected. Fine. Okay. So this is the one more option. And here for the dash line, what it does, when you go to the left click, just select this wall, and it will just cover all the touching points. The wall that are touches with anywhere, so it select this floor also, this wall. These are all walls that are attached to it. They select all. Okay. If you want to select more items, just click it right, so it select all of them. Fine. They are when they are attaching to all of this, it select all. Fine. Suppose if you want to select just you select this option. Just suppose you select this wall only. Just go to the right click. You can see the whole floor and all. They are attached. They are selected in one face. Fine. So this is also effective when you are using the selection process in a very quick manner. Fine. Okay. I will go to the final method right now. That is filter method. How you can use that filter method. Okay, so when we select just this down part of this model, okay, you can see one filter that is seen there. So you can just click the filter tab, right? You can see how many items they are selected. They give the schedule with the quantity. If you don't want to use these doors in this model to the selection process, just click it and remove it. You want the floor, just click it and remove it. Okay, just check it whatever you want or whatever you don't want. You can check or deselect or select and deselect in this filter channel, and then you apply it and okay. Fine. This is also the very powerful selections of this this Revit softwares, and it will really make your work very quick. I hope these are the selection process that are very helpful for you, and this highly selections makes you master in any software as well as in Revit. It's very important to work. You have to learn or practice lots of time makes you perfect. Thanks for watching. Hello everyone. In this lecture, we are talking about understanding selection tools. So we will discuss the settings that will be discussed and control the way of an object selected in Revit model, slightly more advanced topic. We discussed now because we don't have these settings here in default state. Then you can make it difficult to selections element. What I'm doing right now is discuss each of the selections you have available to us. Describe briefly and in future look at them in more practical application. As an appropriate in a level 2 floor plan, if you go to this level 2 floor plan, I have kind of situation where each of selection toggles is represented. Fine. Now there is nearly always going to case there are few elements we will take about yet get from grid element discussed in some future movie. Okay? So we got a Revit link model discussed in future. A link model is another future movie that is brought into the current project. Grid are just a column to look to create and so on. So we can see the understanding element. So here you can see that when we go to the 2D floor plan, level 2, we can see this 2D plan in which there is some underlying element that is also shown here. You can see some toggles underlay element on the right hand side. Here you can see that. And this is a topography that is also seen here. Fine. I select this. Okay. So this is one more topography here. So we'll talk about this graph in this toggles underlay element. This is our first toggle, that is select links. Okay. When you click it, there is one X symbol come in front of select link toggle. You can see that if you go to the modify panel, just below the modify panel, there is one more select option. When you select this option, then you see that select link option. If you on the select link option, you can select the link from the other file. If you go and uncheck this option, then this select process will not in use. You can see that if you select this link element, you can't select it. Okay? I put inside this link element, that is the topography. If I uncheck it, then we can select it properly. If I use this print command, so we cannot select this option. So why it is necessary that we will discuss here. Suppose you need some topography from outside, just like this, and you by accidentally select and move it somewhere. So the problem is your site will be disturbed. You don't want to disturb your topography. So what you have to do, just control Z to the previous command. And what you have to do, just select this select link toggle and uncheck it from here, or you can use from here also. Okay, now you can select, but it will not select this topography because this is the select link project from other file. Okay, so this is the select link toggles. So we can now discuss the second one, that is the underlay command. Okay, so you can see that here we are in level 2 floor plan, but here we can see the underlay command because we can already open the properties panel. So you can see that when this command is off, okay, wait a minute, when this command is off, so you can select this underlay element. You can see there, if you're going to select this, there is no highlight come and you can't select it underlay element. Or you can see this is a door, this is also underlay element, it's not selected. Or you can go to this tab, the same option, because this box is unchecked, so you can't select this underlay element. Now, when you check this box, this select underlay element box, then you find that now the elements are highlighted and you are able to select it. Fine. If you want to select any of the object, you can select it very easily. right? And their properties are also shown here. So this is one of the very essential features or essential topics that are given here. That is the underlay element. The third one we are talking about here right now, that is pin element. Pin element is very important. When you unpin this or you uncheck this box print element, then you find that you can't able to select or drag this grid from one place to another. Suppose you are not able to select these grid panels, okay, because you are unpin it. Fine. If you check this pin element, then you see that you are able to select it and move it where you want. Fine. Okay, so you can select that, okay, move it. Fine. So these are the various essential features that are always used for the selecting elements. So I hope you guys are understand this selecting toggles, and that gives a very important features for us. Thank you so much for watching this. Hello everyone. In this lecture, I'm talking about using a Revit template file, creating your project file. Now, you'll probably get started next creating a Revit project. Let's find out. Revit projects are contained in a single project file that are content file that is often based on templates. Now, there are simple templates comes to software, and this might be very depending on country and what option you install. So I'm sure you just example are working with a default in a variations of Revit. Mine is installed both empirical and a method template. As a beginner or when you start your work, it is very important that you choose the right template. In a Revit application menu, you got the various options. If you want to work in an architecture template or construction or structure template, you can choose according to yours. That I talked about previous videos also. Now, in this lecture, it goes into the date and we see the matrix and empirical template and what are the differences and why that is very important to use this template in this project. So let's start. When you go to the application menu, you can see that if you want the new project, there's one option at the left corner of the site that is new. When you click this option new, the template file open. In this template file, you get some option of construction template, architecture template, structure template, and mechanical template. Before that, I want to review about that I'm right now using Revit 2020. If you are using Revit 2019, the processes are almost same, but there are little difference in the displays or are shown graphics here. In this 2020, the graphics are more clear and it is the latest version, so it will be modified a little bit and give more features. Now, let's back to our topic, that is template in Revit, how we choose the template in Revit software. So here you can see that construction architecture structure mechanical template are shown. If you want to use more of the templates, Revit have lots of templates. You have to just download that template from Autodesk and then we can use that also. And Revit also have some templates that I shown here, how you use the matrix or alphabetical templates here. So when you start this, go to the new, then after new you can see some templates, and then at right side there is one option that is browser. Just click the browser option, then you go to the browser option, go to the preview option. This preview, I have two templates that is generic. In generic, I have some samples of the Revit software templates. Go to the back option, and in India, we are using this much of templates. There are more templates of US. It's according to the country that I told you before, that it's software that are used according to country also. Now let's start with India. I'm going to India and start the simplest template, that is default metric template. That is the basic template that we have used as a beginner. I suggest you can use this template. So let's click open this, go to the project and press OK. Now you can see that this Autodesk Revit 2020 version, this template of default metric that are open. You can see the elevation. These are the simplest elevation that are shown in which we can work. Okay. We go to the properties panel. That is very important thing. The change you find here, that there are some difference in the default metric template or other constructional structure template or architecture template. That you go for the variations according to this. We'll see the difference later. Okay, so let's start here. This is a floor plan, certain floor plan. Just if it's not visible to you, just you can type this first sign, just click it. When you click it, you can see that here you find the floor plan that is of level 1, level 2 side. After that, you can see the ceiling plan level 1, level 2. Then you find the elevation east, north, south, and west. Here, below this, you can find legends, schedules, shades, families, groups, and private links. This is the very smallest properties or the easiest properties that are shown here. If you want to create a wall here, we'll go later for the wall, but I'll show you just one time. When you press this wall command, or you can type WA for shortcuts, or you create a wall, so you can find this wall is created very easily. I will show you later how it will be modified, how the wall is going to be used, and how the thickness and all the edits in walls can be done later. So let's start. This is a wall. This is simplest wall. So you can see I can create this wall. I was creating this wall at the level 1, and when we go to the level 2, and this is the side plan. So you can see, okay. So you can see that this wall is created here. Fine. Now that I'm going to the modified panel. Okay. So this is the default metric panel. This is simplest and basic template that I show here. Let's do one thing. Let's go to the another template and see the difference. What are the difference to the another template? The specified template that you use. I'm going to the Revit application file there, and then I will go to the project and the same option is open. Go to the browser menu. Then I want the Indian file. This India, I want to use that construction default matrix. Go, open it. Okay, just okay. You'll find that the construction default matrix is open here. And you can see that here the properties panel are totally changed. You can see the floor plan, it is level 1, level 2. And then when you go to the site plan, this is the site plan. These two are three options there. But after that, below this, there are some new options that are added up right now. That is front wall, footing, and slab. Right? And you go to the below this, you can see ceiling, level 1, level 2. And then after you go to the elevation, you find east, north, south, west that are same. But when you go to the schedule panel, when you click that plus button, you can see that there are lots of options that are created right now. Either schedule, casework quantities, ceiling quantities, door quantities. This is more specific as a construction work. So you can see that you can go anywhere or you can just use that. I'll show you how. Just go to the wall command. Fine. Go to the floor plan one. And here you just go to the wall command and create a wall. This rectangle. And I want to place a door right now. Just go for the architecture tab and choose this option. Wall. Door. This door, we can use it. You can use 3 doors here and 2 doors here. Fine. Just go to the modify option because the command is in active mode right now. I want to go to stop this or escape. You can press escape 2 times or you can go to the modify option and take it. Fine? Okay. So here I can create a wall. One thing I want to add right now. If you take this choose this door option and you can see without the wall the door command is not operating. So if you want to use this door, the wall is very necessary. Without wall, it is not working. Right? So the door is only working when you can create a wall. Fine. So escape 2 times. Fine. So we are out of the command. Now we go to the schedule panel, raise the schedule, quantities all, and you see that door quantities. Go to the door quantities, and you find that there are 5 doors, and those description that is M single plus door, and this is the type, and the measurement that is 915 and 2134 mm. When you go to the width, it is 950 height and thickness. The schedules that are come here, and you go there, and you can see these are the door quantities that are already shown here. So this is the very important features when you do such types of work professionally, and it's give you the perfect working method to do that. Okay, so we'll change a little bit right now. Just go to the just use the control Z to minimize this. Okay, or you go to the architecture tab, or you just do one thing, go to the floor plan and just click level 1 to come here. Okay, fine. I want to say that there are 5 rows. When you click it, you can see that this is door number 1 here, written here. When you go there, so here, when you go to the mark panel, so in the mark panel, all the rows remarks that are shown here. That is door number 2. This is door number 3. This is door number 4. And I written because I press Ctrl Z. Okay. If you want this door, just press the remove it. So you can find out this also. You can see mark 5. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. This is the 5 doors we have shaded. Here it's written door 1 in every situation. That is because this shows the types of the door. If the door types, suppose we use the different door of different size. So this is the difference and how you can easily use this as a work. We'll discuss. So here, I want to discuss more about the irrigation or the. If you go to the another tab, that is the default matrix. So just open the new project. Okay, and go to the default matrix. Okay, then go to the elevation panel. Can you find that when you go to the east? So there are like 2 levels, that is level 1 and level 2. Fine. These are the 2 levels, that is level 1 and level 2 here. But when you go to the custom default map, okay, so when you go back, so there are 2 options to go back. Here you can see one icon here, that is the switch window. So you can switch so you can switch it from this panel to suppose just click this arrow button and you want to go to the schedule quantities, so you can come to this panel that is construction default template. Okay, now I find when you go to the east panel, east elevation. So you can see that here are certain numbers of levels that are already created because this is a construction template. So here it's already created. You can find it, the footing, the slab, all are created here. Fine, okay? So these are the difference that you find here. In construction, default matrix template or a default matrix template. And then you go to this south elevation. You can find this is the south elevation. When you go to the west elevation, this is the west elevation. So here you can easily find all the elevation with the more levels or more details. So you can find it very easy to create any model or giving some details to the any model. So let's discuss one more thing here. Just you when you go to the new file and there's one this architecture construction, just go to the structure template and just okay. So you see there is structure template. You find a template and it will change and you find there is few changes that is very important here. So these are the different types of this templates like structure architecture and all. And you can go to there the construction template, the matrix, and in practical templates. There's lots of templates where you want to work. You have to choose that. Fine. So at last, I just want to discuss about what is uses of this. So template was very important when you choose the work. Which type of work you have to know that which type of template is suitable for this work, and the team is giving a useful information with the template. You can easily convey or you can easily convey the information to your clients or the site or in the sites. So it will be very helpful to use templates can solve all the set of tasks. There has always been some setup they have already do. Later in this chapter, we can discuss a brand new project. However, you start with a template, we can constant here. Starting in template is highly recommended recommendation and Revit to the beginners. I told you that already that are highly recommended for beginners. So these are all about templates. Thanks for watching this.